My company has asked me to go to sexual harassment training, but I'm not the kind of person who would do that. Should I go? Okay, the 3-minute mentor is seen in many countries around the world, and each has their own specific laws on this. So what I'm going to talk about is from a particularly US-centric point of view, but I think the rules pretty much apply to everybody. But as ever, if you need legal advice, seek an attorney. I promise you I'm not one. Okay, so first of all, what is sexual harassment? Well, according to Wikipedia, sexual harassment is the intimidation, bullying, or coercion of a sexual nature or an unwelcomed or inappropriate promise of rewards in exchange for sexual favors. The problem is, while it's pretty obvious when something is sexual harassment, not everything is clearly obvious as sexual harassment. In fact, some people say, well, I just thought it was a bit of fun. The problem is somebody else sees that as sexual harassment. Moreover, when you can't agree, it's going to be a court that decides. Now, very little of the news you really see are the obvious places. It's where interpretation is needed. That's when the court gets involved. And in those cases, and when you find yourself in court, you need to understand it's yourself that's going to be in court, not your company. You will be personally liable for damages in a sexual harassment case. So, if you find yourself in court, don't expect your company to defend you. So, in the whole, it's better to try and not put yourself in the situation. And there are some personal rules you can do to try and avoid it. Okay, so how do you avoid it? Look, there are lots of resources here on how to avoid this, but I think there are 7 things you should think through to best protect yourself against a sexual harassment situation. Number 1, get all the education and training your company offers. This is the best way you can the best thing you can do to follow the rules. Number 2, well, you may hate being politically correct and think it's stupid. Politically correct is a pretty good approach if you want to think about what you can and cannot say or can and cannot do. Number 3, don't make your social life your work life or your work life your social life. Try and keep them separate if you can. Number 4, Facebook and its like is for friends. If you invite co-workers to friend you, you are extending the work environment to your online world. Number 5, resist putting yourself in situations where there are things that could go wrong. And if you feel like you're in one of those situations, walk away. Okay, number 6, be sensitive to what people around you show on their face or say when you are talking. If when you're talking they walk away in disgust or say something, you really need to think through what just happened. Finally, number 7, I don't care who you are. Have a 2-drink minimum and a night out with colleagues. Not being drunk may be your best defense and your best tactic not to get involved in a problem. Well, the bottom line here is you need to think about the environment that you're creating for others, whether it's at work, anything connected to work. You may think people are being too sensitive, but you probably don't want to be in a courtroom when others disagree with you.